I guess another reason why I started doing this is because it was a way to speak my side of the story and get it out there. And the thing about me is, I won't say things happen because off of an opinion. I will say the facts that led to them, not an opinion. And I will state the facts, whether I was in the wrong or they were. I will state exactly why it went down, all that. I have no problem with anything I've done. Everything I've done was for the best interest of those kids and that relationship, no matter which relationship I was in. They can lie and manipulate that all they want to cover up the shit that they've done. That's fine. I am not doing this because I am a sour ex boyfriend like people try to make me out to be. I am doing this because this is the truth and this is what happened. Just like with Bethany, it wasn't a sour, bitter boyfriend that wanted her back so bad. Oh, hell no. Nope, 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 nope. She has lived down the road from me for a long time. And she has tried to get back with me when I was with Tiffany, and I would not do it. Just like Jen tried to get back with me when I was with Tiffany, and I would not do it. Well, technically, me and Tiffany were split up because of some of the dumb shit Tiffany was doing. And Jen thought that she was going to use Jasmine as bait to get me to come to Jen. So I went to Jen. We talked. I said, "Where is Jasmine?" She said, "Oh, she's with my dad at the Indian land place, Indian something. I forget the name of it. Indian Acres, something like that. But anyway, the campground." And I said, "So you used our daughter as bait to get me up here because you knew I didn't want to come up here and talk to you." And she said, "Well, yeah." And yeah, this is when she lived with Leslie next to where the Royal Farms is in Elkton now, up from the Burger King, right there off of 273 or 213. It was the front apartment because my cousin Ronald rents the basement apartment of that house now. It's the one right next to the little shopping center that has Arrow Electric in it. And that's how I know it's there, is because Jen got me up there telling me that Jasmine was there and she wanted to see me. So I went up there and Jasmine was not there. Oh, it pissed me off. Did I take it out on Jen? Did we fight and argue? No. She got attention that night and then she tried to take it further. And I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And then she tries to say, "Well, this isn't a booty call, and don't you take it as that." I said, "We're not doing anything." And I said, "What do you mean booty call? Is that what you think this is?" And she didn't say nothing. She just changed the subject. So yeah, that's exactly what she was trying to do. And then trying to flip it and blame it on me. No, that ain't happening. I'm here to see Jasmine. I ain't worried about you. Bethany tried the same shit. I went to Sunoco and Rising Sun. She was there with her friend Megan, the one that she thought looked better than her, and tried to tell me that she had a heart condition so she couldn't date, all because Bethany just assumed that I was going to go after her friend. Where the fuck did you get that at? Yeah, Megan's a pretty girl. That doesn't mean I want anything to do with her. I don't know who she is. I've never tried to court her. I never wanted to date her. Congrats. She's a pretty girl. Okay, great. Big deal. So are you. Well, at least you were. You let yourself go. You've been very lazy, which is all the reasons why our relationship never worked out. So that just shows me that that has never been corrected. You tried to use Kyle against me. I don't know how many times. I came up to Nathan's and your place and talked to you, and you were so excited about seeing me and saying, "Oh, well, I'll bring Kyle over to see you around 3. I'm working on changing the oil on Tiffany's mom's car in the parking lot," and you and your boyfriend walk up and say, "You don't feel it's a good idea that I see my son." Why? What did I do? What changed within that little bit of time? Then who's coming to me over stuff about your guys' kids after you two break up? Nathan, asking me to go to court for him. Motherfucker, fuck you. You kept my son away from me, and I know it was you. I'm pretty sure she went along with it. Of course she would. Anything to be lazy. Then you tell my son that I didn't want anything to do with him, that I was the problem, that blah, 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 blah. When you're the one that gave him up to your mom, tried to say that he was your stepdad, then tried to say that he was your stepbrothers, and you, then I find out that your dad was pushing you to try and marry one of your stepbrothers because of John's money, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I ain't saying where I heard those facts, but I tell you this much, I know they're facts. As in, this is what people said and this is what people did. I don't know if that's the actual fact behind Kyle because nobody will do a DNA test. And Kyle's head's all flipped around. He doesn't know what to think. Imagine that. And who will that get blamed on? His dad. The one that wanted him to know the truth the whole time. But no, it'll get blamed on his dad or me. Story of my life. People do shit, and then I'm their scapegoat. David did it. David did it. And people believe that shit. He did what? They don't even come and talk to me. Oh, they're saying you did this. What? Then bring them to me because I'm going to lay it all out right in front of both of you. And be like, yeah, I did this. How? Really? Well, that was you that did that. Oh, so everything's my fault. Well, the things that you're talking about and why they happened, yeah, they were your fault. And this is how it leads back to you. What more do you want me to say? It's that simple. You're caught red-handed. There you go. Yeah, man, I brought him his first Christmas. I got in trouble at the hospital because he was born on December 21st and Christmas was 4 days later. And I asked them if I could bring him gifts. They never specified how many, they just said yes. And I brought two 55-gallon trash bags full of gifts for him. Even though he couldn't open them, we sat there and opened them together. I fed him, I changed him, I was right there. I wasn't allowed to see him after his mother took him out of the hospital. Until then, I seen him every day. He was released on my birthday, which was a month before he was supposed to be released. I did not get to see him that day. Nobody gave a shit. Ruined my whole day. Yeah, y'all don't know that. Of course, I've said it a million times. I was there when he was born. She was trying to deliver him without me there because of her mother until they ended up going to Delaware because Elkton was questioning her about the timing and why he, was so premature on weight. And she ended up going to Delaware and then lying about things so it would look like, it was just a premature birth. And he was fully developed, just no weight. And what did I say that she was doing to try and get rid of him? She was taking weight loss pills. What do you think that did to his birth? Low birth weight. He was 3 pounds 3 ounces. His eyelids were all completely formed. His fingers, everything was completely formed. So you're lying about the timing. And if you're saying that he was conceived 2 months after that, you weren't with me. Because 2 weeks after you found out you were pregnant, you started acting all crazy. So what I'm saying is you lied about your timing to make it look like he was premature, and he wasn't premature. You took weight loss pills that made him have a low birth weight. And that's why you switched hospitals. I didn't say anything. Even the nurse that I did bring it up to said, "Oh, you just had a baby. You don't want to worry about all that." What? Another reason why they picked Delaware is because they knew that I couldn't sign a birth certificate right then and there. Me and her would have to go together to the health department and sign it together after he was born. That was another thing they never wanted to do. Right. But you want me to pay cash every week to see him for 5 minutes and treat me like trash, even though I'm being very respectful. But okay. Yeah, they didn't like that I wanted receipts of everything. They tried to keep the receipts. They tried to play games with them, not sign them, all that. Yeah. Oh no, we're having receipts. And I still have them. 16 times I paid for that kid just to see him for 5 minutes and stuck to their rules, even though it was bullshit. And I still got arrested every day I walked out that door. 16 times. After that, I had enough because it was never going to stop until I stopped coming so they could blame it on me. But I still made sure to get him stuff. It was delivered by his grandfather, Jerry, until Jerry stopped going over there. And then I didn't have a way. And if I would have dropped it off, they would have trashed it. Just like they did with the car that I dropped off for his birthday. It was a car that he could sit in. It was a pedal car, and it had wrenches and all that, and a toolbox where he could take the engine apart and take the wheels off, put it all back together. You know, pretty cool little toy. And they just threw it away. They didn't even give it to him. Yeah, this is all because they were bitter. I wasn't bitter. They were. Bethany was the only one running around playing games, all because she was doing stuff and getting in trouble, and somebody else had to take the rap for it. I took the rap for the drinking bullshit, even though I didn't have anything to do with that. I took the rap for Kyle. I'm the one being blamed that oh well, you're just out there having kids, not being responsible. No, Kyle was planned. Jazzy was not planned, not by me. Jen did all that. That was so she could try and hold on to a relationship. Which, if I'm so abusive and so bad, why the hell are you doing that? Same thing with Tiffany. If I'm so abusive and so bad for over a decade, why the hell do you keep messing with my life and getting upset if somebody else talks to me, this, that, and the other, or any of those things? Wouldn't you be like, good riddance? Not care? Right. But they did. I had a girl when me and Tiffany were broke up once that kept coming into Subway where I was working at. And yeah, when work got slow, I would go work somewhere else, like I said. Anyway, this girl kept coming in, and Tiffany found out about it, and she immediately dropped supposedly everything she was messing around with and kept coming back to me. All of a sudden, I'm allowed to see my son David, and all of a sudden, she's sorry But yeah, I was the problem. Bullshit. This is such bullshit. Is what it is.